Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of March. This is such a big month. There's so many astrological events happening in the month of March. And by the time you see this video, you are very likely already feeling it. We've got Venus in retrograde right now. And I know a lot of people always think about their love and their relationships, but don't forget that Venus also really affects our finances and the things that bring us pleasure. So this might be a message for you, Cancer. What is it that brings you pleasure, and how can you bring more of that into your life in the month of March? Of course, we've got some eclipses happening this month as well. The lunar eclipse coming up next week, the partial solar eclipse at the end of the month, and then we've also got equinox, which is personally my favorite time of the year. This is the real new year, so you might be feeling that building as well. I'm going to start off by pulling a card for you from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. This is by Kelly Smith. I will have the link for this down below in the description box. This is my favorite deck. I call it my OG deck because it's the one that I've had the longest. I also call it my tough love deck because sometimes it just calls us on our shit. I'm getting creative projects for you. And what did I just say, Cancer? What brings you pleasure? There's definitely a call here for you to be tapping into that in the month of March, tapping into what brings you pleasure, what brings you joy, getting out of the mundane, the day-to-day, going through the motions. And I feel like for some of you, you might be experiencing this where you're doing things, but they're just lip service. You're not doing them because they actually bring you joy. You're doing them because you think that you should be doing them. Now, this is a master number 22 as well, okay? So if you see that number coming up for you, this is confirmation and validation that you're exactly where you're meant to be. I'd be really curious if you are seeing 22 or even 222. Let me know down below in the comments. This is saying that it's time to get things done. Make your creative projects a priority right now. So for some of you, I feel like this is a lot of like artistic type of work. So you might paint, you might draw, you might be creating things with your hands. I like to make like little ritual sprays and roller balls and skin oils and things like that. But I feel like for some of you, you're going to be creating things with natural objects. Like maybe some of you are creating things with driftwood. Yeah, I feel like some of you will be creating things with items that you find out on the earth. And I think that can be really, really helpful. Obviously, really, really grounding experience as well. For some of you, I feel like these creative projects are within your home. You might be reorganizing a room, redecorating, even doing renovations. And then for those of you who are in business for yourself, this could be really tapping into that creative side of yourself. Maybe you're creating a new program, maybe you're creating a new ebook, you're launching something new. That's a beautiful energy for the month ahead. And if you're going to be joining me at the end for the extended version, oops, there goes my deck. We're also going to be pulling cards from the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle deck. This one is by Shannon Kaiser. And then we're also going to pull a card from the Shaman's Dream by Colette Baron Reed. And in the meantime, we're going to stick with this Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle because I really like the energy of it. I really like how it creates the story for what you can expect for this month ahead. Now, Cancer, if you are somebody who takes part in rituals or ceremonies, I want to say that this spring equinox is a really opportune time to do that. Whatever that looks like for you, maybe some of you are creating manifestation ceremonies, which I really agree with, because again, it's Mother Earth's new year. It's the astrological new year as well. So this is really a great time to set your plans in motion for the year ahead. Really getting crystal clear about what it is that you want to be calling more of into your life. Again, that equinox is a beautiful experience for that. Now I am getting mirror. So the mirror card, this one comes up when we are experiencing something that might feel a little bit chaotic or challenging. So if that does come to the surface in the month of March, I want you to remember that everything that's happening in your external life is a direct reflection of your inner world. So if you're seeing people around that are triggering you, remember, our triggers are our teachers. So instead of saying to yourself like, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Start to think about, why is this happening for you? What can you learn from these experiences or these people that are triggering you? What can you change about yourself? Maybe for some of you, you're not really or you're not really super proud of the way you've been showing up in certain situations, and somebody is highlighting that for you. I feel like there's going to be some sort of conflict, some sort of chaotic energy that comes through. These creative projects can really help you ground back into yourself. These creative projects can help you stay grounded so that when this chaotic energy comes up, when this conflict comes into your experience, you can stay grounded and you can show up as your best. You want to, you always want to you always want to show up as your best. You know, you don't want to have this conflict and then react in a way that you later feel guilt and shame for. This is really about showing up as your highest self. You would ask yourself even sometimes, like, how would my higher self show up in this situation again when you're being triggered? So where I also see the mirrors card show up, and this is interesting that we've got creative projects and mirror. So the mirror card often shows up too when your house is kind of chaotic. Like maybe you need to do some deep spring cleaning, and is this not the most opportune time to do that as we're heading into the spring, as we're heading into the astrological new year, the Mother Earth's new year? So when our house is a mess, when it's chaotic, that is a direct reflection of what's going on in here. Okay. So for some of you, if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't get control over the house, then that could be an indication that maybe there's something within yourself that you also feel that you can't get control over. So again, ritual is going to be really important here for you. Automatic writing, I feel for a lot of you, automatic writing can be a really, really useful tool for you for this month. For myself, I like to, light a white candle. I like to light an incense, grab my journal, turn on some sound frequencies, turn on a sound bath or something like that, so that you can really elevate your vibration. And that's what we need in order to channel. We need to elevate our vibration. Spirit has such a high vibration, and we're here on earth, so we've got such a dense low vibration. So when we want to connect with spirit or connect to our higher self, we do have to elevate our vibration. So doing those types of things, even having a salt bath first, can be really, really helpful. But there's an opportunity here for you to go within and to ask yourself, why is this happening for me? Again, not to me. Why is this happening for me? What am I meant to learn from this? And how are my external circumstances reflecting what's going on inside of me? For example, maybe you're not treating yourself very good. Maybe you are neglecting yourself. Maybe you're putting yourself on the back burner. You're not making sure you get enough water. You're not making sure you get enough fruits and vegetables. You're not making sure you get enough activity, physical activity, moving your body. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Maybe you're zoning out or numbing out. Maybe you're somebody who numbs out with food, drugs, alcohol, or screens. Those are the main ones today. And you're coming across people who also don't treat you very well. And that is a beautiful opportunity for you to see, okay, well, these people don't treat me very well. Why do I keep attracting these people into my life? Oh, wait, I don't treat myself very well either. So remember, everything that's happening in your external life is a reflection of your inner world, and the month of March is going to highlight that for you, Cancer. You'll have to let me know in the comments if you're already experiencing this, because by the time you get this video, we've already started into the month of March. Can we get a clarifier on that? What else does the Cancer Collective need to know? Yeah, and you're getting the approval to clarify that, okay? So when you approve of yourself, others will too. So I really feel for a lot of you here, this mirror card is highlighting, where is there an opportunity here for you to show yourself some more love, to show yourself some more compassion? A lot of us are on this journey and we're healing our inner child. And in order to do that, we really have to connect with our inner child, and we really have to give him or her or them whatever they need in this moment. So again, what do they need? I know for a lot of us, we needed safety, we needed security, we needed nourishment, we needed to feel seen, loved, heard, and understood. Are you actually taking time for yourself, Cancer? I have a number of different coaching programs, and I always teach a morning ritual. So spending time with yourself before interacting with anyone else. And I know that for a lot of us, we're parents or we have jobs that we start early in the morning. Wake up earlier. Wake up earlier. When I started my morning ritual 13 years ago, that's when my spiritual awakening began. When I started my morning ritual, I got up half an hour earlier than the kids. Now, my kids were really young at the time, so they were waking up at like 6 in the morning. So I had to wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I poured myself, at the time it was a coffee. Now I drink tea. I poured myself a coffee and I made a mental note. I had a mentor who taught me this beautiful practice where I would wake up in the morning, I would pour myself a coffee, I'd sit in the dark and I would make a mental list. I'd visualize a piece of paper and a pencil, and I would write every single thing that I was grateful for from the day before. I wasn't actually writing this, I was visualizing it, right? So I would start with first thing in the morning. I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to wake up early and start my morning ritual. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At the time, my husband worked very early in the morning, so he would often make my coffee before he went to work. I'm so happy and grateful that my husband made my coffee this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I would just go through the entire day of all of the things that I was grateful for. And that little practice of about half an hour was so grounding. It was so centering. I was putting myself first. And that's something that a lot of us are not doing. And unfortunately, when we don't put ourselves first, then people end up getting this depleted version of ourselves, this depleted version of ourselves. So Cancer, how can you show yourself more self-love, more self-care, more compassion? And for some of you, I feel like there's an opportunity here for forgiveness for self as well. I said this just yesterday on my social media. You're never too old and it's never too late. You're never too old and it's never too late. I have a 16-week program called Nourish Your Temple, and I have women in there that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. And one of the women in their 50s said, at this stage of my life, at my age, I'm really conscious of my body image. And she was feeling like, is it too late for me? No, it's absolutely not too late. Every single one of us who starts our journey, the only regret that we have is that we didn't start it a little bit sooner. I'm also getting for you for the month of March, Cancer, earth shifts. And this is coming up for a lot of the signs right now. So this tells me that you are very likely somebody who considers yourself an empath. You are feeling the collective energy of all the other souls on this earth, but also of Mother Earth herself. So when this happens, I really encourage you to, if you don't already have some sort of practice where you're cleansing, grounding, and protecting your energy, absolutely make that a priority, okay? Because if you are an empath, then chances are some of these feelings that you have, your anxiety, your overwhelm, your fear, your scarcity, your lack, it's not even yours. You're tuning into the collective energy of the rest of the souls that are on this earth right now. I also recommend pulling energetic cords. If you're not familiar with that, I do have some TikTok videos. You can find me over on TikTok at the exact same name here. It's Jenny Henderson. And let me see, are these for you? No, we're just going to put them back in the deck, and we're going to pull one more card for the Cancer Collective for the month. So again, pull your energetic cords, cleanse, ground, protect your energy every single day. If you're somebody who works with people multiple times a day, for myself, before and after clients, I do a lot of one-on-one readings. And when I do those readings, I need to cleanse, ground, and protect my energy before the reading as well as after the reading, because before the reading, I want to show up as my best, right? And after the reading, I want to make sure that I cleanse anybody else's energy off of me. If you're not somebody who works with a lot of people, you may want to consider doing this like before and after you go out in public, before and after you have conversations or you have company over, or before and after you go to work, things like that. And again, pulling those energetic cords at least once a day, I think is really helpful. And to wrap things up for you for the month of March, I'm getting unwavering faith. So Cancer, everything that you need is already here. Absolutely everything you need. You're being asked to have faith in the unseen, in the untangible. You're being asked to trust, even though you may have things that are coming up against you. You may have things where you're not, how can you possibly see that this is the outcome? Again, the spring equinox is a beautiful, beautiful opportunity for all of us to be able to look at what it is that we're calling more of into our life, even if it feels impossible. I call these our big, scary, untangible goals, the ones that feel a little bit too far out of reach. Trust that if you have the desire, then it's meant for you. If you have a desire for something, then you are meant to experience that. You wouldn't have the desire if it wasn't meant for you. I feel like we might get some company in here soon with some puppy dogs. I can hear them outside my door. I don't know if you can hear that or not. So for you, Cancer, if you're resonating with any of this, I would appreciate if you let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, please hit that like button. You guys know how the algorithm works, okay? So the more that you like these videos, the more people who will see these videos, and then the more likely I am to show up for the next one, right? And if you're new to the channel, I hope that you'll consider subscribing as well. I do these videos once a month. Again, we're going to go into an extended reading as well. For those of you who are interested in the extended reading, you can find the link to join the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership down below in the description. Not only will we jump into some more cards here to clarify the month of March ahead for you, but you also have access to some courses, as well as we meet on Zoom at least twice a month inside of the Sacred Self-Empowered Community. It's such a beautiful experience. Now, I'm going to continue on with the extended reading. So if you're joining me over there, I will see you there. Otherwise, I will see you next month, Cancer. Have a beautiful month of March.